crazy, are you doing your degree and doing this job?
A top producer.
Trigger was when we found out that she was pregnant. Arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. Living one day at a time to see whether the baby is still alive or not.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video where I feature a lot of successful people in their own ways. And today I have a very special guest, a good friend of mine.
My name is Fahmy. I'm 29 this year. I'm married. I have a small little baby, 4 months old.
So why I'm getting him on board here in this video is basically because he went from juggling 6 to 8 jobs to now a top 5 producer in his company in the finance industry. And his life story is actually very inspiring. I say so because I'm inspired by his life story.
So I studied in sports science in my diploma. I took up a degree in sports science and took a lot of courses in just sports and fitness because that was what I wanted to do in my career lah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was taking a lot of part-time jobs. So my full-time was a fitness trainer. So I have a fitness trainer full-time job. I was also doing a lot of coaching. I was coaching silat, coaching boxing, Muay Thai, football, and then I was doing ad hoc of massage and cupping therapy, and I also do Grab food on my free time.
Okay.
Yeah, and a few other like ad hoc school instructors jobs.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do everything while concurrently juggling my studies at night. So it was very tiring at least for 2 years.
So that 6 to 8 jobs, how long did it last?
So 2017, 18, 19, 20, at least 4 years of those jobs until the circuit breaker. Yeah. So when that happens, all the jobs were gone. Yeah, all. However, so to fund their fees, so I had to take up an odd job as a lorry driver.
Yeah.
So it was a 14-feet lorry, and I had to just deliver goods from the warehouse to the cold storage, FairPrice. So the day start as early as 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I have to be there to load everything and deliver everything by myself. And usually I knock off about 5 p.m., 6 p.m. before I go to my school at night. Yeah. So that will last until 10 p.m.
7 days job or
6 days?
6 days. Okay.
6 days. So Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was really, I would say, one of the toughest because during those working days, it wasn't like just just delivery. It was a lot more on emotions because you get insulted along the way.
Insulted by who?
Insulted by, you see, the stereotype for lorry drivers, right? Most of them they don't really have a lot of qualifications.
Yeah.
They find me like, they were like saying, "Hey, crazy, are you doing your degree and doing this job?"
Were you ashamed of doing that?
I wasn't ashamed at all. I was actually quite proud, but I do question myself a lot. Especially, I remember that particular day when during Ramadan, right, the fasting month.
Yeah.
It was so physically tiring.
Yeah.
I still remember just crashing in the lorry and then shouting and crying. And some of the customers that we have to deliver look down on us. Feel like, hey, you're just a driver, pick this up, go and send this over there to pick up like heavy, like 25 kg bags of sugar, rice, and you have to like send it up to level 2, and you have like 20 bags of them, and you're working alone. So up and down you have to carry.
You felt belittled, basically.
A lot. Especially when the customers were not local, and then they treat me like one foreigner coming and serving them. That was very tiring, emotionally, but mentally draining because of the studies at night. I have to do a lot of assignments and exams and stuff.
How was your family towards this?
Wow.
Towards this job?
They were proud that I'm doing whatever I can, but they were also feeling a bit like, sad that, looking at me like doing.
You have come to this.
Until I have to resort to doing such. But for me, I have this trait or characteristic that if I want something, I really will work, and whatever it takes for me to really get it.
Yep.
Yeah, in sports, in whatever in life lah. So that degree was something that I really wanted.
Yeah.
So against all, whatever ways that I can make it possible, I will lah. And if driving a lorry pays the bill, I will do it.
Yeah. Friends that you are close with?
I mean, those were the times that you will see who your true friends are. Right? Yeah, I think I was in that state where I did not really care a lot of validation from friends.
Yep.
Because I know that that was my priority.
Yep. So you know your wife when again?
I met my wife way back. It was 12 years before I actually decided to get married with her. Surprisingly, even though all the challenges that I faced during those times, that was actually a blessing in disguise. Because that was actually the time where I met again my wife. So
reconnected.
Yeah. It was during circuit breaker actually. 3 months, I think 3 months later we got engaged, and then 8 months later we just got married. Just super fast.
When she reconnected back with you, you were a lorry driver. You know, you were not doing that 6 to 8 jobs. Yeah. So how did she take it?
I was just being as raw as possible, as transparent. Why I'm doing this and what kind of values I uphold. I think she can see through to know and to appreciate why I'm doing this. And to her, it's like, if I can do up to this resort to just make ends meet, I think she feels I made her felt safe in a way that if things were hard, no matter what, you will still find a way to do it. Yeah.
So one last group of people that I'd like to ask you about, is how's your wife's family accepting you as a driver, lorry driver?
As a driver?
Yeah.
Wow. My wife is the only child. So everything, she's a princess. You know, everything that she needs, or everything is all good.
Catered for.
Yeah, catered for, and all her life. So it was a lot of pressure on me to be able to, provide the same way. Yeah. So I honestly do not have any idea how the parents look at, my in-laws look at me, but I'm just beyond blessed, really beyond blessed that they accepted me and trusted that I will take care of their daughter. Yeah. So alhamdulillah. Yeah.
So let's move towards on your current job, what you are doing now. So you went from, again, 6 to 8 jobs, juggling all of those jobs. Okay, just to share a bit, how much were you earning as a lorry driver, and or how much were you bringing back juggling those 6 to 8 jobs?
Accumulatively, right, if in total I would get on good month about 7.
Okay.
If not about 4 to 7K.
Okay. You went from that to now a top producer, one of the top producers in the company. Yeah. So just recently you got a few awards, 5 awards in total, I think.
So the first one is top rookie, because I was still in the first year producer. So top rookie, 4th quarter top rookie, first place. Top producer. So top producer is like in the whole company lah. So first place, 4th quarter, and then I got my centennial, which is 100K production in 1 month. That was in December. And then I got my MDRT. So I got a double MDRT in that year. And then I also have Master Associates. Master Associate is the top 10 in the company. Then
Master Associate. Correct. So have you ever imagined yourself achieving this whole? Because it went from fitness to finance.
Yes.
You know? I mean, that kind of like bring to your own branding, but you went from fitness all the way to finance. It's total switch of industry.
Totally.
So I mean, I know the story, but maybe you can share how you actually got into the finance industry.
So one of the biggest trigger was when we found out that she was pregnant. Then I knew that I needed to be with her a lot more, because there was one incident that she was hospitalized due to some pregnancy complications. When she was warded, I had to go to the gym to just clock in one PT session just to get some incentive. And then when I actually ended my PT, my wife was already out.
Waiting for you.
It was one of the worst feeling. Actually, on that day, I told myself, no, I need to do something about it.
Yep.
I need to make a change. So I was straight away, I was looking into self-employment. But the first thing that was in my list was actually real estate.
Yep.
That's when I called my good friend, $3. Yeah, so I called her.
Yep. But I asked him, how long do you have, to wait? He said, no time.
Yeah,
You
as fast as
needed-
possible
yeah.
because my wife is already pregnant.
Correct.
So I needed to do something
Correct.
fast.
I was telling you that to pursue real estate is definitely you're gonna take a long time because of the exam and stuff like that. So that's when I thought, okay, why not I hook you up with another good friend of mine,
Yeah.
in the finance industry.
Yeah.
But I knew you were skeptical.
Yes.
Yeah. So but then I told you to just contact him lah, and the name is Imran. Shout out to Imran.
At first, I was having a little bit of hope in real estate, but then it all crashes down when you were mentioning to me about the processes and stuff. So when you shared to me, there's another alternative which is through your friend, which is Imran. I like what you mentioned, I was skeptical.
Yep.
I was like, why? And I don't see myself doing in the finance industry.
Yep.
But I give it a shot. I just texted. He brought me to meet his team, which is the Fire Circle. Shout out.
Yeah.
And on that day, I told myself that was the place where I wanted to be in. Yeah, because of how positive the energy was, how everyone was just selfless in sharing their knowledge and whatever that they studied and stuff. And something that I would see myself upgrading personally. So it was a very good environment. And I told myself, this was another hope for me. Like, it wasn't the end. So I would do everything. So the moment I decided, I actually dropped
everything,
all the jobs, everything. Took a break I stopped everything in April last year. Yeah, April 2022. And then I studied and did all the exams in May.
Yeah.
And I got my license in June. Yeah.
When you joined the finance industry, so how did you adjust to the new environment? Like,
being in the sports and fitness industry, being a coach, right? Over the years, almost a decade as a coaching line, it feels almost similar when when we coach in terms of fitness and training and sports. We always want to achieve the best for everyone, right? In terms of specific in terms of sports and stuff. So it's actually quite similar because one of the biggest missing puzzle, I would say, as much as you advocate about health or fitness and you get someone to be fit, at the end of the day, they cannot sleep well. They have a lot of things to think about, whether my savings sufficient and when I can stop working. And that was a big problem that I felt that if I could solve that particular finance part of a problem, it solves a big picture in terms of an overall health. Something that satisfies me the most is when you see your client's achievement, right? And that only lasts for that particular time. For example, if I'm coaching for school, right? Once they graduate, it's done. Yeah. But in this industry, that satisfaction will be super fulfilling because it's the whole journey.
Correct.
Right? From someone who's like single to married to kids to housing.
Probably a 30 years journey.
30 years journey. It's a very, very fulfilling journey. And I feel very satisfied in that. So gives me a lot of motivation to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's pause on this career first. Just like to talk a bit more on family wise. So you mentioned about your wife being pregnant, and then the whole health complication and stuff like that, and that also trigger you wanting to make a career switch. Okay, so maybe can share a bit more about that if you're comfortable, to what extent you're comfortable with. We can share a bit more about.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. Can.
So the career, as much as there's achievements and wins and happiness, it was actually a bittersweet journey. Especially at the start. I actually told my wife that we should go for a honeymoon because we did not get the chance to because of the COVID wedding, right? So I completed all my exams a few weeks before the honeymoon date. Yeah. So the 5th month, which is the fetal anomaly check, right? The
Okay.
check was on the day of the flight,
Yeah.
8 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. So the reason why we got the check in the morning was actually because we wanted to know the gender,
Yeah.
so that we can shop, So as much as possible, we are having fun with honeymoon.
Yeah.
It's the first trip that we get to go together. We wanted to shop for our first child. The moment we reached to the hospital at 8 a.m., we went for the check. Usually the check will be like 10 minutes.
Correct.
We're done. But we were there for more than 4 hours.
Wait, what time was your flight again?
My flight was at, I think 2 p.m. About 2
2
p.m.
p.m. You went at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Okay.
I still remember inside the room, the sonographers were like
Yeah.
checking, and then they were like, we were excited
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we were like, the thing is we did not know the gender,
Uh-huh.
so we wanted like making a guess. Is it a boy? Is it a boy?
Yep.
Is it a girl?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the weird part was she was just silent, like she was just like wait give me a minute, give me a minute, wait.
Something was off.
Something was off. Then until we got someone, they said that there will be a specialist that is in charge of all the doctors,
Yeah.
that can only share what's happening.
Yeah.
So we were just shocked. And when I asked the staff, I said, can you just share with me if it's a boy? Then she actually said, yeah, it's a boy. And it doesn't sound right,
Yeah.
because usually you say, yeah, congratulations, it's a boy, Came to the doctor, who came in for 5 minutes, or no, I think 2 minutes. He just started off with, I'm gonna be very transparent to you, and I think you deserve to know the truth, and I will tell you the truth. I'm so sorry if this hurts you, but just bear with me. I felt my wife trembling, listening to all those. He was saying about the hands twisted, the legs, the hips twisted, the foot, the chest size, the jaw, neck, spine, a lot of things. So we were just caught off guard, super off guard, that we were like, is this really happening? Like, is this really happening? They actually highly recommended us to do a termination. We had to go through like the
How many
abortion
months?
video. It was 4.5 months.
The 5th month that you.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
almost the 5th month. It was 4 months plus.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to go through the whole system of watching the abortion video, and we were like, no, we are not aborting, but this is different.
Correct.
Like, this is our baby. We wanted him. Then what's wrong with this? Then no, this is the regulations. You have to watch the termination video if you are deciding. Then we actually got a date to do the termination also, and the termination date was after our honeymoon. Yeah. So I said just do it after, so that we got some time to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought we were in the right state of mind.
Correct.
Then we got home, put our luggage. It was like a drama, man. Like you pulling a luggage to the airport with all your tears, going for honeymoon. Our parents were very, very excited because they was a child, so they were like asking,
waiting.
Is it, because we named, if it was a boy, we would name him Fatah.
Yeah.
So my mother-in-law, my mom were like, is it Fatah? Is it betul kan Fatah, right? Is it Fatah? Is it Fatah? And we weren't replying at all because we don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Caught out with a lot of emotions.
Were you upset or more to angry at the situation?
I wasn't angry. That's for sure. I wasn't angry. It was just really sad. It was really, really sad because it's our first child, and I actually did a biggest change. Like, I actually dropped everything because of this pregnancy. I wanted to do something for this baby, for us. I'm doing this mainly, the reason is because of the time together, right? Yeah. And then suddenly, like, oh, you're telling me that he won't be here. You're telling me that, oh, you're gonna take him back. Yeah. So it was a very, very hard, because I was confused to what decision should I make. I literally felt my world was crushing.
Okay.
It was really crushing. I really felt it, like, what else? I don't have any job. I'm unemployed. We're just going overseas. And then now I'm losing a child. I'm losing our first baby. And we were excited, super excited. My wife is the happiest mommy to be I can ever imagine. Like, she was reading a lot. She was preparing a lot of things for our first child. A lot of things which I'm so excited to have her as the mother of my child, but we just went ahead with the flight because initially we actually thought of cancelling, but I felt that we needed that more. So if anything were to happen to us, let it just happen to us over there.
How did you even survive the
Bro,
whole 2 weeks?
We were there. I told my wife, like, I still remember this conversation we had. I said, if kita sampai to hotel, then alhamdulillah. If not, I'm sorry, because my eyes and my head is just all over. And she actually said this very line. She said, tak apa, if we have to go, we'll go together.
So throughout the 2 weeks, you both of you try to forget about it, or like
we tried to talk about it. We tried to get opinions from our teachers, our mentors, our friends, our family on what decision we have to make. Yeah. So throughout the whole 9 months, all the checks every 2 weeks or a month, right? It was literally just checking on the heartbeat, like whether there's heartbeat or not. So other parents will be like going there and excited to see the baby movement. But throughout the 9 months, there wasn't much of a good, like strong movement, and we were just counting days, living one day at a time to see whether the baby is still alive or not. Yeah, so it was very, very hard on us.
You can share a bit more, like what's the name of the condition that they
Arthrogryposis multiplex congenita.
will put a subtitle there. When your wife was giving birth, was there any complication?
We are not expecting him to survive full term.
Okay.
So for him to survive until the 9 months was a miracle to us.
Yeah.
And after he survived for full term, actually doctor also mentioned that for him to survive the birth was another bigger miracle.
Yep.
Because with his condition, especially with his very, very little lungs and chest, that would, for him to be breathing by himself after the birth, it's almost impossible. So we will need to be expecting stillbirth. Yeah. So that was in our head. So if he actually survived the 9 months, so we were actually expecting a stillborn baby. Yeah. So on that very labor day, I actually told my wife that, you know, we've gone through so much, right? Let us just crash tonight. Because he was going to labor at night, so we said, okay, let's just go through this once and for all. Once he passes, we'll just crash, rock bottom, and then we'll pick ourselves back up slowly.
So now with your baby, being born and here with you right now, so how has the journey been?
Yeah, I think it was me just wanting to be a good father, wanting to prove to my son that I am the best. Because I don't know how long he will survive. I really don't know how long he will survive. So it's really one day at a time. It's really just one day at a time. So we had to do a lot of reading, a lot of research. So the first thing that we actually found out that it was a rare disorder. It was a rare condition. But for him, it's specifically a lot more on the muscles and the joints and the development of the bones and things like that. So for us, we had to do a follow-up with the hospital. When we did the hospital follow-up, that's when we had to stay in the hospital for another about 2 weeks. And that was when we found out that, wow, the amount of not yet the hospital bills, the amount of doctors and specialized departments that we have to meet was like literally every single day I'm meeting different doctors. And in one day I can meet like 3 different doctors. Hi, I'm from the lungs department. Hi, I'm from the spine department, genetics department, hands, legs, hips, cardio. It's a lot of different departments. Even the neurological department. It was a lot. So with all those, we knew that the bills were going to be amazing.
Amazing.
Like some months I can pay up to like 8K, 9K. Some months I can pay like 4K or 2K even, or even few hundreds. It really depends on like if let's say he has to go through surgery on that particular month, then it's going to be very, very high, even like 5 figures. But sometimes it was, so total all in all since the birth, up till now with all the testings and all, it safely can say 5 figures already lah.
Yeah.
That
But that is
informs
after any subsidy, or
It's after subsidies.
how has the career switch helped you,
Mm.
you know, with this situation that you are in? Because I don't think so you will find the time or even the money and resources to be able to support this if you were to work
Previously.
in those previous jobs.
Yeah, I totally cannot imagine how it would be like,
Yeah.
because I think my wife needs me physically a lot more.
Emotional support.
Definitely,
everything,
definitely. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy to go through that, especially at this age.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I were to be doing all those jobs, I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And if you don't work, you don't have the money to
exactly.
pay all the bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now you have to work with, there's a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I channeled it well in a way that I could use those as a driving factor for me to work harder.
Yeah. Everything is set for you nicely. You know, from
I feel
the
like
time that you wanted to switch your career, you know, from fitness to finance, and then finding out, you know, your baby's condition, and then now that you are in this career, it gives you the freedom of time, the financial freedom in that sense, where you can actually support the medical bills and everything. Everything is just set for you nicely. No doubt you have all the difficulties, but you know, all these are just set for you nicely. But it's definitely not easy for you and your family. Yeah.
So we were just counting days. At the same time, we count our blessings to be able to spend every day together, because of the long list of surgeries, the long list of complications that he's having. His ankle, he just did a surgery last month on his hips and foot to just straighten it out and to just release some tissues to ensure that he has actually like relocated properly. However, there's some things that couldn't be fixed also.
Yeah.
Like the hips and shoulders, like sockets wise, and people are not aware of the condition. Even for myself, even some nurses, bro. Even some nurses do not even know that term, because it's very rare. It's very, very rare. So creating awareness of arthrogryposis, we need some social support in that. Yeah. So creating awareness, and then the second is, of course, the some support in terms of financially lah, because of how we cannot really gauge how much we have to use. Like, he'll be having a few more surgeries coming up, and his mobility aids in the future, his learning aids in the future, it's going to be a lot different comparing to other kids out there. So we are currently in the midst of creating a platform for crowdfunding to support this entire journey.
And is there any link or platform that they can find out more, or maybe we can put inside the description or anything lah?
It's still in the process right now.
Still in the process.
Maybe by the time you can just put it in.
Alright, can. So I just let's end this video with a short game. Okay. So I'm just gonna give you 5 different words. You know, just say what comes to your mind the first thing I say this word. Right. So the first word, money.
Happiness.
Family.
Everything. Like, everything is family.
Health.
Wealth.
Success.
Balance.
Okay, the last word, wife.
One word only, right?
A phrase or two.
Life partner. Yeah, she's been the backbone. She's been the strength.
Any words to your wife?
Wow. This is going out. Thank you for my wife is there.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with me through the highest and the lowest, like literally the lowest point of my life. And without you, I think nothing is possible. Yeah.
For anyone watching this, how they can follow your journey, you know, Fatah's journey. Maybe if there's any way that they can help, or
you can follow Raising Fatah to discover with us on his unique journey.
Alright, so we have come to the end of this video. Again, once again, I would like to thank you for your time and sharing. It means a lot to me and to everyone else out there to listen to your inspiring stories. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in next video. This is Fahmy and it's Fidos. We are signing off. See ya.